Edition of the Angels and Destiny show. Why is this show called this? You may ask, so I'll tell you. The accepted meaning of angel is messenger, and the accepted meaning of destiny is to make firm establish. So my guests and I bring you messages to establish what you need to know in the present. And also, I do like working with angels and the calmness they bring. And before we get into the show this week, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching this show live or at a later date, as it really does mean a lot to me to be able to connect with like-minded people. Now, if you've never met me before, then my name is Rae, and I'm a guide who helps you remember your divine presence so that you can heal your past, create your future, and transform your present to raise your consciousness, understand your spiritual path, and take charge of your destiny so you can spread your wings and soar. I'm the founder of Radiant Angel Energy, and I use angelic Reiki, future life progression, uh, past life regression, guided meditation, and angel oracle cards to assist you in remembering on why you are here, your spiritual path, and clarity on which steps, the next steps to take. And I also offer a multidimensional virtual retreat, several transformational packages, a journey through lifetimes, a 6-week guided meditation series to help you gain confidence, and various workshops. Now, each episode of this show normally covers various themes of your journey, a mini guided meditation or angel oracle card reading, normally with the wisdom of my wonderful guests, the angels or myself. Now, today I'm going solo. So if you have any questions that you want answered about angels, future life progression, past life regression, future lives, past lives, divine presence, or anything else that comes to mind, then this will be the perfect chance for you to ask. I'm not doing individual cards for people, but I may do a channel guided meditation depending on the questions asked, as well as maybe pulling an angel or oracle card or two. So thank you, Kirsty, for saying hello and joining the show. So if you've got any questions that you want to know about angels, future lives, past lives, divine presence, then please do feel free to ask. Hi, Diane. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining the show. So yeah, so a rare chance for all those that know me to actually be able to ask me questions directly, um, so that I can answer them for you. Um, yeah, so if you've got any questions, then please do um, ask away. And whilst I'm waiting to see if you've got any questions that you want to ask or you want to know about, or you've got issues or stuff you want clarity on, and I'll see what guidance I get with that. Because we have had obviously a lot of energy coming on that has affected a lot of technical stuff, and my guest who should have been on tonight, unfortunately, has had some technical difficulties or was having technical difficulties, so couldn't be here. So I am doing this on the fly, which is why I thought, well, come and ask me some questions. Because the card reading is the Angels and Spirits show on Wednesday with Graham. So we are doing mediumship and cards on Wednesday. So yeah, so energies have been quite full recently, and we've got the new moon coming in, which is going to be in Virgo, which is a good time to get things into place, plans into into look at the details into plans, etc. For this new moon. What do you want to manifest in your life? And get clear on those. Virgo is a brilliant time to get clear on those. But we do have Mars in the mix along the way. So, there might be a little bit of short temperedness, hastiness, um, impulsiveness. So, be aware of that and take steps to ground yourself. It's always good to ground yourself, and I always remind myself about that as well. But it is a good time for you to ground yourself at this moment in time. So please do that, whether that's going out in nature, just sitting there, imagining roots growing from the bottom of your feet down into earth, looking at guided meditations to ground yourself. And I have done a grounded meditation. Then now is a good time to do that. Hi, Julie and Eric. Hi, Eric. How did I get started with angelic Reiki? Serendipity is the answer to that one. I kind of like the angels have kind of like been there for a long while, and I was looking at finding a way of working more with angels, and it's one of those things where I just came across angelic Reiki, and I thought, oh, this sounds really good. So I went along to my angelic Reiki 1 and 2. Did that, thoroughly enjoyed it. But then lots of other things came in, and it's kind of like I had to travel a little way to do my angelic Reiki 1 and 2. And then when I was thinking about doing my 3 and 4, my practitioners and my master teachers, again, synchronicities. I happened to go to an angel event and I got talking to someone there and said I was looking to do 3 and 4, but more with someone local. And lo and behold, they went, "Oh, we know of somebody in Blackheath, a lady called Ananda." So I contacted her. We hit it off, and I did my training 3 and 4 practitioners and master teacher with her. And from that, that's led on to so many different things and different people that I've met that have taken me down different paths and routes. So whenever you start on a path or a route, don't be surprised if other things start coming in your way and you start going off on little detours. So you always tend to have one something that your main thing, but then you wander off into different things. And obviously my main thing is angels. And from that, the angelic Reiki, the future life, the past life, the divine presence now. It's all sort of like stemmed and come on from that. And Eric, yep, you're saying about the energies. Yeah, the energy's been tense lately, but relatively nice last. Yes, they are beginning to come down now, and it's quite nice. The Lions Gate and the portals and that have all finished now. And mistake on my part, I did not put my phone on silent. Normally tell my guests to do that, and I completely forgot myself. So yeah, so any more questions? It doesn't need to be questions about me. It could be a question you might have about angels or future lives, future lifetimes. I've been into my future lifetime, my next lifetime, and I'm not coming back. I became part of the universe. When I went into my future, my next lifetime, my future lifetime, I was back part of the universe. Back part of the stars, uh, the galaxies, the black holes, and it was just so amazing. I mean, words just can't express how, amazing that was. So, future lives are a brilliant way of getting understanding of what you can do in this lifetime. Because obviously, in future lifetimes, things are so much different. We are so more advanced that you can gain that knowledge and bring that knowledge back now and start working on those things now, which is absolutely amazing, and clients have been doing that. So, Julie, how would you go into your future life? Well, how I take all I do is I guide people into a future life. So, guided meditations are a brilliant way of going into future lifetimes. Um, I like doing one to one with people because I like guiding them in. Because when you do the guided meditations, obviously it's online, then you don't get asked questions. Whereas when you do it on a one to one, I take you into a nice meditative state, allow you to get your body so relaxed that it frees up your subconscious, your higher self, to actually journey into the future, whether that's 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 100 years, future lifetime, and your higher self, your soul, your subconscious is free to explore that and gain the information and the knowledge. And experience it. Clients say they experience this future life, and when you get there, you kind of like can take on that energy, and you can bring that energy and that knowledge back, which all you can put into place into this lifetime, which I've done, which clients have done, you know seen themselves working in another country. A couple of years later, they're working in another country now. you know, so it can be amazing about what it can bring in, what it can bring into you. And Eric says, "What's your favorite angel to work with, or should I say who?" Oh, a good question. I like working with all angels, and obviously every angel or archangel that you work with can do exactly the same thing. We just assign them to different things. But if you never remember, you know that you need to call on a particular angel, like Archangel Raphael, you know, is seen with healing. But if you can't think, you need some healing, you can't think Archangel Raphael. Oh, Archangel Michael. You know, so you can ask those. I love working with my own personal guardian angel. I've got two guardian angels. I've had one that's been with me since birth and one that came into my life. So I do love working with them. Um, uh, St. Francis of Assisi tends to come in quite a lot when I'm working. Obviously, I love Saint Germain. And Metatron, cannot forget Metatron. You know, he is absolutely amazing. Um, you know, he's really a go-to, you know, Archangel Metatron really is a go-to angel. But then Michael's a go-to angel as well. So I can't say I actually have any particular favorite, but I do tend to work with my own two personal guardian angels quite a lot. Um, So Eric says, also, can you tell more about the place you took us to with Trudy? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so taking you to your divine presence is actually a place that is called Corel. And funny enough, it's working with Trudy and going into to the future. um, we kind of like ended up doing a detour, and I ended up seeing myself in Corel, actually experiencing it, which was absolutely um, amazing. And if you hear or see anything going past, it's my cat Elsie. She's having a mad half hour, and she's literally just running backwards and forwards. So see, it's the energies that's all coming down. She can feel all the angels and that around us. So yeah, it's basically Corel is what you would call Nirvana, Shangri-La. It's the most ideal place for you. It's your perfect divine place, your divine presence. And when you get there, you experience what you need to experience on Corel. So it's kind of like a virtual retreat, because you can go there, and it's really, we don't have any set agenda. So we don't have a set agenda to take you into past lives, to take you into future lives, to do healing. You go there, and Corel actually, and your higher self, your subconscious, make that decision of where you're going and what you're going to do, and you'll experience it in your own way. And as you would have guessed from, or when you experienced that meditation that Trudy and I did, where I took you to Corel, it is just the most amazing place to actually visit, and you can go to different dimensions from there. You can visit different portals. It's just so amazing, and I'm finding I'm working more and more with that now. And you know, through it, I found harmonics. You know, we might call it light language. You know, that's come in. You know, in olden days, it was speaking in tongues. We now call it light language, but I kind of like prefer more harmonics, because it's not it doesn't ever feel like a particular extraterrestrial or um, energy that's coming in. It really just seems to come in for the person at the time. That's what they need. That's what's needed. So that's how the harmonics come about. I don't consciously think about them. They just come out at various times during the session, which again is amazing for me. And when I first went to Corel, I literally, as soon as I got there and I saw Corel, you know, how I saw it was beautiful. Mountains in the distance with purples, golds, pinks, and beautiful green grass where I was standing, a beautiful forest. Um, And when I started doing harmonics, my God, I was just in tears. It was just so emotional and amazing. So Corel is a virtual retreat, your personal Shangri-La, your Nirvana, whatever you want to call it. And Diane says, after doing a future life progression session and based on what you've seen, could you change or create a different future? Absolutely. Um, because the thing is, when you see and understand your future, if you don't like what's happening, then you can make the changes so that it doesn't happen. And you can actually ask your future self, okay, what can I do to make these changes so that I do take a different path? And you'll see what information you're given, and that information will come back to you. Um, and you'll be able to make those changes now. So, yes, no future is set in stone. So, even if you see a future lifetime or you see a future life, if you want to make changes and you're given the information to make those changes and you don't make those changes, then you're not going to change the future. So you can always change the future, and that's the beauty of going into future life progression. You can see what you need to change and how you need to change it. And Eric says Saint Germain is quite nice. I love the violet flame. I love the violet flame as well. And I now don't just work with the violet flame when I actually do cleansing. So my house, my front door, I have a violet and black flame of transmutation. So the violet flame is there, but it's also got the black flame in there because of the negativity that's about with all the electromagneticity that's coming from 5G, all the negativity that's sort of like being pushed out by the media and everything. Um, it's kind of like the black flame just started to come in with that. So I now use the violet and black flame. And I find that's really good for cleansing, not just spiritually and emotionally, but also on electromagnetical level with what's going on in the world at the moment. Um, so yeah, it is cool that the black flame came into that. So is it kind of like the Akashic Records? Yes and no. Um, the Akashic Records, I, s- I see and understand as something slightly different. And if I travel to the Akashic Records, it's not necessarily the same place as Corel. But saying that, when I've been into Corel, I have accessed my Akashic Records there, and they do look different. So it may be a way for you to get into your Akashic records if that's what you need to know. So when you go to Corel, if you've never been able to get into your Akashic records, but when you go to Corel, it's kind of like, okay, you need to get into your Akashic records, then Corel will allow you to, or will get you into your Akashic records. Um, but no, they're kind of like two separate things, but they can work together, as all these energies can, and you can access them in different ways. Although I don't know if you could actually access Corel. No, you won't be able to access Corel from the Akashic records, because you actually have to be guided to Corel. So. Is it something that you have just brought it in, or do you have to hold it in place? The flame that is. I wondered if I'm thinking, well, going there. I just bring it in. You don't need to hold it in place. Before I do workshops or see clients, and when I'm cleansing my space, my front door is always surrounded. I always see my front door surrounded by the violet and black flame of transmutation. So it's always there, you know. Which means that I don't need to hold it in place because I know it is there. And it's actually been amazing because I have had people that have come to knock on my door and then walk away, because obviously they're not ready to have that energy taken off them, which is, pretty cool when you actually see that happen. They go, no, and they walk away, and you're like, "Wow." They obviously, can't get through the door. Um, So, Diane, would you have any advice for protection with all the heavy energies? Obviously, regular cleansing is a good one, and putting yourself through the violet and black flame is good. As some of you know, I actually surround myself in 100% pure crystal shell every day before I leave the house. And well, in fact, it's part of my guidance, it's part of my morning meditation ritual, actually. And I see, feel, imagine, or know myself surrounded by 100% pure crystal shell that transmutes all negativity in which energetic form it may appear from affecting me. And I find that works. I do that around my house. I also have shungite. I've got it by my router, by my microwave, by my computer. So again, crystals, especially shungite, are very good for deflecting, absorbing that electromagnetic energy that could cause issues around you at this particular time. So those that are watching, and Eric and Diane, you obviously definitely are because you're asking these questions. Anyone else here who's watching, if you've got any questions, then please do ask. Anything that you think might help you in the future, or that might help you to understand something now. Um, so, Eric, do you have any recommendation for figuring out a new healing modality? The sacred forge that I got from a trip to a healing modality that I'm bringing in. Okay. Um, just allow it to happen. Um, there's also been another healing that came in, which was crystalline healing, which I thought I was going to be working with. um but that kind of like it came in and I was sitting with it and playing with it, and it just never sort of like evolved into anything. But then Corel has come in, and that has evolved, and that's sort of like bringing in new synchronicities, new connections now. So when you've got a healing modality that you're being given the information on, then it's sit with it, play with it, be curious about it. If I put it in work, do it in this way, will it work? If I do it in this way, will it work? Try it out on this person. Oh, it doesn't work that way. Okay, let me try it out on this person. Oh, it works that way. So it's just really playing with it and allowing the information to actually come into you. And then that way, the healing modality will actually form into its own energy, its own being, that you can bring and help to other people. And if you've got other people, ascended masters, galactic beings, angels or anything, helping bring that in. Allow them, work with them as well. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, it says that's having a lot of fun with it like that. Yep, and I like to support. Um, Sorry, that got a bit jumbled. Jumbled is absolutely fine. I often quite get jumbled when I'm talking. Well, and it doesn't make sense to me what I'm saying, and quite often it makes sense to people that are listening to me, even though it doesn't make sense to me. And again, that's the channeling sort of like that comes through, that kind of like just comes out, goes, and afterwards you're like, wow, does that make sense? But people say that it does make sense for me on that. So if you've got any more questions, then please do ask. If you haven't got any questions and you'd like me to do channel a guided meditation for you, what would you like me to channel a guided meditation on? And we'll see what comes through, or I can pull a card and see what comes up in that card and then do a guided meditation on that. So yeah, so if you're watching, just tell me what you'd like me to do. So Eric says the fun thing I've started doing angelic reiki, the angels have shown me how to work with it. So that's been the cool thing that's been happening. Yeah, exactly. And the beauty is when you actually start working with other with healing modalities, other ones will actually come in and you kind of like go, oh, okay, I can play about with that. Diane, does channeling come to you naturally, or do you need regularly to do this to become more natural? Oh, good question. Um, I think it just comes naturally, but the more you work with it, the more it happens. Um, so if you so say like you want to channel light language, then one of the easiest ways to start doing that is to start doing sounding. And I know there are people where I do angelic reiki and I run workshops and stuff, and they go, oh my god, she's sounding, no, don't make us do sounding again. But sounding is a great way of actually raising your vibration and getting you into that space where if you are going to start doing light language, it will automatically come through whilst you're doing the sounding. But the channeling is just something that comes through. So even now doing this show with all the questions you're asking, it's just information that's just being channeled through me. I'm not consciously thinking about what I'm saying. It just comes through. And again, when I'm doing the cards, yes, I'll look at the cards and read what they say. But again, what comes out of my mouth may not necessarily be what I'm thinking about at that time. It could be something completely different. And again, with guided meditations, I may think, oh, I'm going to take someone down this route in a guided meditation. And then I start doing that and we end up somewhere completely different. So channeling is both something that's natural, but the more you work with it, the more it comes through. And the best way, if you want to start channeling, is start doing sound healing. So that's basically just where you close your eyes, take some deep breaths, go down into your belly, and just allow whatever sound is, to come out of your mouth. That sounding. I've been known to sound in tunnels. As you know, I'll be walking through. I think I've got a clip somewhere where me and my friend Jackie were in some smugglers' caves, and it was a brilliant time to do some sounding. I'm doing the sounding, and then these people come along, and I've done sounding at Glastonbury, and one lady's walked in. I remember when I was at the tour, and just like, "Do you want to join in?" So yeah, sounding is brilliant, and it also helps clear energies around you. And Eric says surrendering. Yep. Mel Williams says hi. Um, Julie says, can you do a guided meditation that takes you to a point in the future to get an answer to a question? I seem to remember you did this before. Yes, I did. And Diane says thanks. And Eric says surrendering. So, yes, we can take you to a future to get an answer to a question. So, if there's a particular question that you want to know the answer to, um, where you can be with that, then yep, I can take you into the future to see that. So think about a question. Think about a question you want answered about. Well, the easy, if you can't think of a particular question, just what do I need to know for my future self, for my highest good. Um, so I don't know if Julie, you were talking to a particular point, but maybe if I take you into 100 years in the future, if I take you into 100 years in the future to answer a question, and then when you go into that thing, you can get an idea of what point in your current life that you could make that changes, if that makes sense. So if everyone's up for that, I will do that for you. So just let me drink some water. Oh, Julie says not to a particular point. Okay, cool. Well, in that case, why don't I take you 100 years into the future? Should we do 100 years or into the future? Now let's do a future lifetime. Um, and I won't do 100 years in the future because um, you might not be ready to come back 100 years in the future. You might be enjoying your time, just being part of the universe before you actually come back. Oh, you're welcome, Eric. So, everyone that's watching this, just close your eyes. And as you do so, take a deep breath in. And on the out breath, just release everything that doesn't need to be in this space. Take another deep breath in. And on the out breath, just release everything that doesn't need to be here. And allow your breathing to fall into its natural rhythm. Every in-breath relaxing you more and more. And every out-breath just releasing everything that doesn't need to be in this space. And just think about relaxing your whole body. Think about relaxing your whole body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, all the way down your arms to your fingertips. For when you think about relaxing, so you will relax. Give yourself permission and allow yourself to relax. And just use your imagination and see, feel, imagine or know a beautiful golden light above your head. A beautiful golden light of peace and relaxation. And just allow this beautiful golden light to move down into your head. And as it moves down into your head, you feel your whole head start to relax. Just feel that relaxation washing down through your brow, your temples, your eyes, your nose, your cheeks, your mouth and your jaw, feeling so relaxed. Just allow this golden light to move down into your neck and feel all your neck muscles start to relax. Your throat start to relax. As this beautiful golden relaxing light moves down into your shoulders, feeling your shoulders just surrendering and relaxing. As this relaxation moves down your arms, down into your hands and into your fingers. And just allow this beautiful golden light now to move into your upper body. And just feel your chest muscles start to relax. Or your stomach muscles relax. The whole of your back start to relax. Every muscle, sinew, vertebrae of your back just relaxing. As this golden light of relaxation moves down into your hips, your pelvis, your buttocks, down through your legs, all the way down through your feet and your toes. And your whole body is just so beautifully relaxed. It's so amazing to feel this beautiful relaxation. And I want you to engage your imagination again and imagine that you are standing at the top of a beautiful staircase. A staircase with 10 wide, safe, comfortable steps leading down to a beautiful doorway. And in a moment we're going to walk down those stairs from 10 to 1, each descending number relaxing you more and more. So let's start walking down the stairs now. 10, coming deeper down the stairs. 9, deeper down the stairs. 8, deeper down the stairs 7, deeper down the stairs 6, deeper down the stairs 5, more and more relaxed, deeper down the stairs 4, deeper down the stairs 3, deeper down the stairs 2, all the way down the stairs 1. And you take a step off that bottom step and stand in front of a beautiful door. And I want you now to open that door. And as you open that door, you step right through onto a beautiful beach at night. A beautiful beach of the most golden white sand. A beautiful bright moon in the sky. And millions of stars just twinkling down. You can hear the waves of the ocean against the shoreline. You can feel the gentle breeze, smell the saltiness in the air, and it feels so magical and wonderful and so relaxed to be on this beautiful beach at night. And you start walking along the beach. And as you walk along, you notice that one of the stars seems so much brighter than the others. And you stop and stand and look up at this bright star. And this star seems to get brighter and brighter and closer to you. And as it reaches you, it lands on the sand beside you, and you notice that it is a space capsule. A space capsule that is going to take you into a future lifetime. And the doors slide open, and you step inside, and you see inside that it's filled with the most beautiful, lush, softest cushions you could ever imagine. And you sink down onto these cushions, and as you do, the door just slides shut. And in front of you is a button that says future lifetime. And you're excited to go into the future lifetime to find the answer to a question that you feel you need to know the answer to now, or a question that you need to know for your highest good. So press that button now. And as you do, this craft starts to rise, and you feel so safe and secure. And you might even choose to look out of the window as you watch the beach beneath you. The sand gets smaller and smaller, and the waves just gently fade away like shivering silver slivers as this craft takes you higher and higher into the sky, higher and higher into the universe. You may find that the moon is right next to you as you look out the window, just shining so bright inside the craft. And the craft now is going to take you into a future lifetime. And it will go very fast, but you won't feel a thing. It will be the most gentlest ride you've ever had. So the craft starts moving forward in time now, moving forward, forward, forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, 100, 200, forward, forward in time, going all the way to a future lifetime where you can get answers to something you need to know for your highest good in your current life. And you notice that your craft is now starting to sink down, and you feel it land gently, and the doors slide open, and you step outside and you find yourself in a future lifetime where you can get an answer to something you need to know for your highest good in this lifetime. So get yourself acclimatized. What do you look like? Look from your feet to your head. Are you human? Are you something else? Where are you? Get a sense of your surroundings. Get a sense of what you are doing. Get a sense of the answer to that question. And I'll leave you for a moment or two, getting answers to these questions and exploring this future lifetime. And allow the answers to come to you in whichever form that may be, whether that's pictures, words, colours, sounds, or just knowing. You may even want to ask the question, who am I? Why am I incarnated on earth in my current time? Or any other question. And this is just but a brief visit to your future lifetime. So now just wrap up with whatever questions, whichever answers you've been given, and just allow those answers, whatever it is you've experienced, just allow that to penetrate into you. Just feel it in your whole body. Just feel it become part of you, bringing back that information, that knowledge, that experience, that energy. And you now step back into your craft and settle down on the cushions as the door slides closed. And you notice that the button has now changed, and the button says present life. So you do now press that button. You can always come back to the future lifetime anytime you wish, but now you press that button to come back to your present time. And as you press it, the craft starts to move up, and you can look out of the window and just see wherever you were, start to disappear beneath you as the craft gets higher and higher and higher. And it's going to bring you back to your current lifetime. And it starts moving back, coming back now, back through time. 100, 20, 10, 5, 1 year, all the way back as it starts floating down. And as you look out of the window, you see that you're coming back down onto the beach. And the craft lands on the beach, and the door slides open, and you step out, remembering your whole journey, your whole experience, the answers to your question, bringing back that energy. As the craft door closes and it starts to lift, and it starts to disappear back into the sky, back into a star. And you walk back along the beach, back to your door, and you step through your door. And in a moment, I'm going to count you up the stairs from 1 to 10, each ascending number bringing you back to the present, unless you have already come back. So coming back now, 1, coming further back, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way back, remembering your whole journey. 6, 7, 8, you are back fully present in the here and now. 9, 10, totally back. Wiggle your fingers, move your body, shake, sound. Make sure you are fully back, fully grounded, fully in the here and now with your eyes open. And please do, when you're back, type in what you experienced. That when you type it in and you speak it, it actually cements it into the current time. And Eric obviously came back rather quickly. I guess he says, wow, that was quite an experience. He said, going forward, I actually went to a previous run around the 1100s. Amazing. Again, that's the beauty of when you take people into the future. Sometimes they don't need to go into the future. They actually need to go to a past life. And sometimes I have clients come to me that want to go into past lives, but we go forward in time. So again, that's the beauty of it. Your subconscious, your higher self knows exactly where you're going. And that's why no two persons' journey is the same. So Eric, did it answer a question by going backwards in time that can help you now? Ben, hi, I like this channeling. I know it's amazing. I never know when I start doing the when I start taking people, guiding people forwards or backwards in time or to corral. I never know where it's going to go, and it's just so amazing. Um, so whilst people are writing in their experience, hi Sue, thank you for joining us. And Sue is going to be my guest on next Monday's show. So do check that show out next Monday. Um, so Eric says, I was a druid with lots of shamanic work living in the forest. Beautiful. So by going back to that druid and doing lots of shamanic work living in the forest, will that, how will that help you in your current lifetime? Does that answer questions that you need to know? You know, because quite often when we go back, we bring back the stuff that we were doing that can help us in our current life, which is absolutely amazing. So I got a download that I have to unpack. I was given a book they've been put in my head and my heart. Beautiful. Yeah. Um, Yeah, sometimes you also have to sit with it, and sometimes just listen back to the recording as well. But yeah, sometimes the information you get is just so immense that you kind of like have to sit down and go, okay, let me see where I can go with this. And it may take a day, it may take hours, it may take a day, it may take several days just to unpack, to unpick, to see where it's going. but it'll be beautiful if you're bringing some of that stuff into the current life, Eric. That'll be absolutely amazing. Um, and Diane says, I felt like being a blue energy floating. Wow, that's amazing. So, what did that blue energy feel like? Did it give you any answers, any clarities? What was it? What was it like? And Eric says, I've been putting a lot of things together, coming up with my own way forward. Beautiful. And again, the stuff from the past will help you will come in and help you move forward with that, which is absolutely amazing. So thank you for sharing that you went backwards and not forwards in time. It's brilliant when that happens. Um, so yeah, so anyone else experienced that want to share their experience as well? Eric says, it's like I only have to open the book to bring it all forward, but it is there for me. Absolutely. And as I said, I'm so looking forward to seeing what you are going to create, how you're going to move your healing modality, your your healing, your purpose on life forward. It's going to be amazing. I'm so looking forward to seeing where you're going with that. So whilst you're waiting, I am actually going to do a card because I can do. So I'm going to pull a card for you all. Um, so as always, I give the cards a quick blends and a quick cleanse and a bless. And Diane says, it gave me a few things that I've channeled before. I think I might do it again and wait to see if I get more information. Yeah, and quite often, Diane, if we've not understood or learned from or picked up the information that we've received before, then it will keep coming back. It's like when you do cards and you get the same card coming up over and over again. It's because we're missing something there that needs to that needs to be worked on. But I love the fact it was blue for you, because we all know what the blue means. So, for everyone who's watching this, what do they need to know for their highest good at this moment in time? So, everyone who's watching this, whether live or watching the replay, what do they need to know for their highest good? Oh, okay. We'll go with that one. Okay, so we've actually got two cards that wanted to come out. We have got Awakening, Energetic Upgrades, a New Way of Being, Integration. And we have Warrior Woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Okay, so what you're being told now is that, we've had the energetic upgrades coming in, we've had the energy coming in, it's still coming in. Um, Not affecting as many people now because we've had the main part of it, but it is still there. But you have been given energetic upgrades. You are being given that information. Again, it's looking into that information. Where's the information coming from? Doing guided meditations to connect and understand the energy because it is coming in, because there is a new way of being, and this energy can be integrated. These new healing modalities, these new upgrades, these new thoughts, these new ideas, they're all coming in because what is your deepest calling? What are you here to do? You know, this information coming in will help you understand what you are here to do, why you've chosen to come to Earth at this time to be part of what is happening here, because we are now we have the opportunity to shift energy, to clear all our ancestral crap from the past, to actually bring about a new world here on earth, not a new world order, forget that one, but a new life here on earth that is community based, that is based on love, understanding, abundance, and you can bring that in. That's what they're saying. They're bringing all this energy in for us to connect and understand it, and start living who we are truly meant to be, to bring about these changes. So absolutely beautiful, beautiful cards. that have come through for all those that have been watching. And again, as always, the cards tie in quite nicely with what we've been talking about. And Eric says, "I can't accept that. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Can I have some blue energy, please?" Ben, you can have lots of blue energy if you want. But what does blue energy mean to you? Blue energy coming in could mean things to different people. So what does it mean to you? Um, Hi, Elaine. Thank you for coming and watching the show. For those that may have missed the main thing, I was answering some questions today, and hopefully some of the questions were answered about me, but also hopefully some of the questions gave you answers or gave you some clarity on stuff you didn't know. And obviously, we had the guide meditation to go into a future lifetime to actually gain information or answer a question that you need to know now. And I'd love to know, Julie, seeing as you suggested it, did you get an answer to a question? Did you go into the future? Did you go into the past? How did that work out for you? I'd love to really hear that. So, um, hmm. So Eric says, I have to head out, but thank you, Ray. And I'll see you Wednesday if you guys are doing the Angel Spirit. Yeah, we're definitely doing the Angels and Spirits show Wednesday. So I definitely see you then, Eric. And again, thank you for joining and asking the questions. It's been absolutely um, amazing. And if anyone's got any last minute questions they want to ask me whilst I'm winding up the show, then please feel free to do that, whilst I remind you that if you're now ready to remember your divine presence and step onto your spiritual multidimensional path, but you feel lost, confused, stuck, or alone, then please feel free to connect with me and we can arrange a free video call to discuss where you are now and how you can move forward to take charge of your destiny so that you can spread your wings and soar. And Julie says, I went into the future, into a world of glass. Wow. Okay, that sounds really interesting. If you want to share here, you can do. If you want to share it to me privately, then please do. That just sounds so amazing. Um, wonder what the world of glass. Did it answer a question for you? That'll be absolutely amazing. And of course, please feel free to join my weekly newsletter and receive a free Future Life Progression recording where I take you into a future lifetime to get guidance and clarity that you can use in your current life, as well as a couple of other gifts. And okay, bit bizarre, but couldn't get a clear answer to your question. Okay, so the glass in the world of glass, was it glass as in mirror glass or glass as in glass that you see through? Um, glass half full, glass half empty. What did the glass feel like? Did it feel positive? Did it feel negative? Did it feel just strange? It may be that the answer is in glass. You know, we sometimes glass is a reflection. We look at ourselves in glass and it gets reflected back to us depending on where the light is. Or we look through glass and we see something on the other side that we want to go to, that we want to, that we want to achieve. So you could look at the glass as metaphorical. So see-through glass, glass buildings. So yeah, so maybe sit with the glass. Why glass? What does glass mean to you? What did it feel like um, to you? Um, but maybe we need to go a little bit further, or maybe sit with the cards, the two cards that came out. Yeah, they might give you sit with the two cards. I'll hold them up. And just connect with the cards. Try and get them even there. The answer's there for you, Julie. It's just connecting the glass, the warrior and the awakening together. Um, but again, it's what feelings you had. How did you feel in the glass world? Um, and that will give you the answer. You're welcome, Julie. Thank you to again everyone who did watch the show live, asked me questions. Thank you to those watching the replay, especially Julie, Diane, and Eric for asking me questions. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. Sue, thank you so much for joining. I look forward to you being on the show show that goes out next Monday. And thank you to everyone else who said hello. And thank you so much for watching. You all help make this show. Otherwise, it'll just be me talking to myself, which, I don't mind talking to myself, but and I can talk for England if I need to about anything you can think of. But it's nice to have interaction with people. Oh, you're welcome, Diane. Thank you for joining us. And of course, I'd like to invite you to share this video, as I'm sure there are more people who are watching who actually feel lost and want to get clear on their destiny, just like you, to do the guided meditation, to go into a future lifetime to see if they can gain clarity and answers. And of course, if you have been watching this on YouTube and you're not already, then please do subscribe to my channel. Every subscription helps. It also helps with the algorithms as well. And comment. You've commented live, but go back in and comment in the comments afterwards. Again, YouTube sees that happening. They go, oh, the people are interested in this post, and they move it further up. Just if you want to do that, and do check out running Angelic Reiki 1 and 2 workshop on the 10th and 11th September. I'm running Future Life Progression Practitioners Training on the 30th September, 1st of October, 2nd of October. The Future Life Progression one is going to be online. The Angelic Reiki is in person. So if you want to take your journey further, then contact me to come and do these workshops. And I look forward to you all joining me same time, same place next week for the show, Angels and Destiny. And for those that can join us, join Graham and I Wednesday. See you 7 p.m. UK time on Wednesday for the Angels and Spirits show. Angels and Spirits show. Put my teeth back in. And I might sing, I might not. Let it go, but that's for another show. See you soon. Bye.